welcome to day 10 of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for joining me for another day of my Vlogmas. And if you're new to my channel and to my Vlogmas, then I'm Cath. My channel is made by Cath Craft, and I love to talk about all things sewing related with a bit of knitting sprinkled in too. And in my Vlogmas videos, I've also been including a few other things like a bit of Christmassy content and a bit of what I've been cooking and eating and just a bit of life too. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm really enjoying filming these videos and I hope you're enjoying watching them too. So like I mentioned, today is day 10 of Vlogmas, Friday the 10th of December, and I've just got back from the school run. And actually it's quite a nice day out there. It's quite chilly, but the sun is shining, which is really nice. I've actually had to draw the curtain slightly in our front room because the sun is streaming in. So I thought I'd pop on since I'm now back, and I thought I'd share with you what I'm wearing and what our cheeky elf has been up to, and a couple of other sewing related things too. So first of all, what our elf was up to in the night. So our elf decided to rig up a washing line across our house using bungee cords that he must have found in the garage, and he pegged to it lots of socks. So I'll put up a picture so you can see. He raided all of our sock drawers. So there's my husband's socks and my socks and my two children's socks all on there. He actually managed to find a couple of my pairs of socks I hadn't even remembered I had. They must have been right at the back of the drawer. So yeah, he enjoyed pegging them all up, and then he also pegged himself up too, and he was hanging on to a couple of socks, hanging upside down. So I'll put a picture up of just him too. So my children were quite amused by how cheeky he'd been and that he'd been in their rooms and got their socks out. So yeah, that's what he's up to. So in a moment, I actually need to go and clear up all the socks and take them back upstairs. I always seem to be the one that ends up clearing up Elf's mess. So that's what he was up to today. And in terms of what I'm wearing today, it's Christmas jumper day here in the UK. And it's a day that's run by Save the Children, and I think it's encouraged to be done in offices across the country, although at the moment everyone's been encouraged to work from home, so I think a lot of companies are doing it remotely. But basically everyone's encouraged to wear a Christmas jumper and donate some money to Save the Children, so I thought I would join in too. So I am wearing a handmade Christmassy jumper that I made using this pattern here, which is the Grainline Studio Linden sweatshirt. And it was one of my earlier sweatshirt patterns I bought, and I made a couple of versions quite early when I started sewing, and I haven't made so many since because I found other sweatshirts that I maybe slightly prefer, but I do still enjoy getting my Linden sweatshirts out. So it's designed to be made in stretch fabrics, and you can either make a sort of sweatshirt version here, and it's got a raglan sleeve, a sort of classic crew neck, and it's quite a wide neck actually, and it's got cuffs and a hemband, or you can make a sort of short sleeve, more of a t-shirt style version too. In terms of sizing, this pattern doesn't have the best size range ever. It goes from a size US size 0 to size 18, and the largest size is for bust 44 inches, waist 37 inches, and hips 47 inches. And I think I've made the size 0. It's one of these patterns that has a fairly boxy fit, so I went with my bust measurement, and the 0 size bust measurement is 32, which is me, and the waist and hips are 25 inches and 35 inches, which is an inch smaller than my waist and hips. Because it's quite a boxy shape, I found that the size 0 has been fine for me. And it's quite a simple sew. It whips up quite quickly. I always find these raglan sleeves are quite, when you sew with raglan sleeves, I do find the garment comes together quite fast. And I've made mine this really cute fabric. It's a fabric by Lilistoff, and they do some really lovely prints. And mine is a really Christmassy print. I'll stand up so you can see this full print. As you can see, there are lots of children sort of playing in the snow, so it's a really wintry scene, and I think they've got their skates on possibly too. And I've also had fun on this one with a bit of top stitching in red. So you can see I've top stitched in red around the sleeves and the collar band too, just for an extra little bit of Christmassy, extra bit of Christmassiness as it were. And I got this fabric, I think, a long time ago from Lily and Mimi Fabric Shop. I'll include a link to their shop down below, and I think they do still stock some Lilistoff fabrics. This is a French terry, so it's a fairly lightweight sweatshirt, but I quite like that for Christmas because I often find when you're out wearing a Christmas jumper, you're somewhere where there's quite a few people, it gets warm quite quickly, so you don't want to be wearing something too cosy. But I'll put up a picture of me wearing it. I've just got it on with a pair of ready-to-wear jeans, but I'm also, as you can see, wearing some Christmassy socks, which Elf discovered at the back of my drawer. I didn't even remember I had them, so I've got those on today, and it's quite nice to have an extra Christmassy item on. So that's what I'm wearing today. And my husband is also wearing a Christmas jumper today that I made for him, so I thought I'd share details of that one too. He's working from home at the moment. As I mentioned, everyone is being encouraged to work from home wherever possible, but he will be on Zoom calls all day seeing people online. So I think he and his colleagues are still aiming to wear Christmas jumpers and hopefully raise a bit of money for Save the Children and just spread a bit of Christmas cheer through their office too, even though they can't be together in the office. So the sweatshirt he is wearing, I made using this pattern here, which is the Apollon pattern by I Am Patterns. And this pattern is available in both a men's version, which is the one I've got, but also a ladies version. And the ladies version, I think, is a similar shape, this sort of classic sweatshirt shape with a sort of crew neckline and this sort of shoulder that I'm not sure what it's called. It's the non-raglan style shoulder. But the ladies version also has a dress version to it, extends down as a dress. But it's just a really nice classic sweatshirt pattern. It sews up really nicely. I measured my husband, I made the size he is, and it seems to fit really nicely too. In terms of sizing, it goes from an extra small up to an extra large, and the largest size is for bust 43 3/8 inches, waist 38.5 inches, and hips 44 inches. But yeah, it's just a really nice classic simple sweatshirt pattern, and I made his Christmas jumper in quite a jazzy print too. And so because this is such a plain pattern, it really shows off the fabric. I haven't managed to get a picture of him today because ever since I've got back from the school run, he's been upstairs on a call, but I'm hoping either to get a picture a bit later, or I will maybe see if he'll just join me briefly on the video a bit later so you can see the print on his jumper, because it's a really fun one too. So yeah, we're both Christmas jumpered up, so it's quite Christmassy in this house. So in terms of my plans for today, later this morning my husband and I are going to go to the dump. We've got a slot booked. We have in our garage, just things have been building up for a while, and it's just got to the point now where we think it'll be good to have a little bit of a clear out ahead of Christmas, when we'll be having a bit more stuff coming into the house, I guess. So yeah, we're going to plan to clear out some stuff in the garage, pop it in the car and head off to the dump, and I'll try and take you along on a bit of the journey if I can. I must admit I do enjoy going to the dump. It may sound a bit weird, but I really like seeing how it all works there, and how clever they are at recycling different things and all the different things you can take there. So yeah, I'm a bit of a dump nerd. So I always like the opportunity, and sometimes there's so much stuff in the car that my husband has to go on his own because the car's totally full and he needs to be the one that goes because he's better at lifting up the heavy stuff. So it's nice today we don't have so much stuff, so I should be able to fit in the car and join him for that little trip. So that's my plan a bit later this morning, to start clearing out the garage and popping it all in the car. But I've got a bit of time before then when I'm hoping to do a couple of sewing bits. And the first thing I'd like to do today is hopefully cut out this lovely fabric into the cushion covers ready to sew. So I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I got this fabric in the Black Friday sales. It's a really lovely Rifle Paperco festive cotton. I got it in this red colour and also this green colour. And I ordered zips. I ordered a bit of a few bits from Nerva, including some zips for these fabrics. I'm really hoping that package will come today. I think it was dispatched a few days ago, so I'm hoping it'll come today. So I thought if I get the squares cut out for the cushions today, then when the zips arrive, I'll be able to get sewing. So I can actually hopefully get these cushion covers on the cushions and enjoy them this year. So that's my first plan. And if I have a little bit more time, I might also start cutting out the lining for my Hovea jacket. But I will see how I get on, and I'll show you a bit later how I have got on. In my Vlogmas videos, I have also been enjoying including a bit of what I've been eating and the food prep and that sort of thing. I really enjoy seeing what other people are eating. It sometimes gives me some great ideas. So I hope you've been enjoying seeing a little bit of what I've been eating too. So for today, I thought I'd show you our favourite breakfast in the week. So I filmed a little bit last night showing us me putting it together, and then I filmed a bit this morning showing the final touches. And our favourite breakfast in the week at the moment is overnight oats. So you basically put the oats with some sort of liquid and then mix up and put some fruit on top and leave it in the fridge overnight, and then get it out the next morning, put some yoghurt on top or some extra fruit, and it's quite a nice quick easy breakfast that tastes really good. And I'm a bit funny about breakfast generally. I always struggled to find things I liked when I was younger. I think my mother found me a bit tricky. I'd often just want to go out to school without having eaten anything because I was not a fan of breakfast. I never really liked milk very much, so that's I guess a breakfast staple. So having discovered overnight oats, I really enjoy it actually. You'll see I make mine and my husband slightly differently. I make mine without milk and I make his with milk. So I thought you might be interested just to see a little bit of what we do eat in the week. It is quite a good one to start the day with. So I'll say goodbye now. I'm going to go off and try and get these cushion cover pieces cut out, and I'll be waiting, hoping my package will arrive soon too. And I will pop on a bit later, but in the meantime I'll leave you with the video of me making my overnight oats, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye! We're just about to go off to the dump. My husband's obviously finished his calls and come down to help me load up the car. Actually, he did most of it, to be fair. So I thought I'd show you his Christmas jumper. So here it is. And it's in this really fun fabric. It's a French terry that came from Jelly Fabrics. And you chose it, didn't you?
I did, yes.
So we're off to the dump now, so I'll see if I can bring you along a bit. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye! Hello, we're just driving back from the dump now. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to film in there, so I couldn't bring you along, so that's a shame, but we've got everything dumped there, a load of sort of bottles and a few other bits and bobs, so we've cleared out our garage. So we're going to head home now. As you can see probably a little bit, the sun is still shining, it's a really nice day, so yeah, definitely not so fun to be at the dump when the rain's coming down. But yeah, we're going to head home now, so I'll see you again back at home. Bye! Hello, I am back from the dump now. It was a really nice day for a drive over actually, really sunny out there and it still is, which is a nice change from the overcast, gloomy weather we had earlier in the week. So I got back, had some lunch and it's now just coming up to 1:30 in the afternoon. So I thought I'd pop on and update you on my sewing related progress. So this morning I managed to get the cushion cover pattern pieces cut out. What I decided to do actually was make myself a cushion cover pattern piece to trace off. Previously, I've made a few cushions in the past and I always just try and draw the square onto the fabric. And I don't know why I've done that. I thought it'd be much more sensible to just make myself a nice square pattern piece that I can use over and over again. Because I generally sew the cushion covers to the same size cushion. So the size cushion pads I have is 18 by 18 inch or 45 centimetre by 45 centimetre. So what I've done is I've cut that size for the cushion cover piece. I like to cut it the same size as the pad, then once you add the seam allowances in, it ends up a bit smaller than the pad, which I found makes a nice plump cushion without any sort of baggy corners on the cushion cover. So that's what I've done. I've got my 45 by 45 pattern piece here, and I've cut out my 4 squares to be able to sew up into cushions. So I'll show you one of them here. I took a bit of time cutting them out to make sure that I got the pattern nicely sort of centered. So I've got that sort of pattern bit running down the middle here, and it's all fairly straight. So I think it looks really nice and I think it will sew up really nicely. Have I got it upside down here actually? I have. There it is. So I cut out the same place for each one. So all of them have got that same repeat down the middle and the same sort of top and bottom start piece. So hopefully they'll look pretty neat. So while we were at the dump, I saw the postman had arrived at our door. We have one of those Ring doorbells, so it detects motion and also when someone's rung the doorbell. And I could see he'd rung the doorbell and he only usually rings when he has a parcel for us. So I hoped it would be the parcel from Minerva, which included the zips for these cushions, so I could continue to sew these cushions up. So we got home and I checked the postman. He's really nice. He always, if we're not in, he always leaves our parcels sort of tucked out of the way so that we don't have to go to the post office and collect them, which we really appreciate. So I went to get the parcel hoping it was my Minerva order, but unfortunately it wasn't, so I think that won't be arriving till tomorrow, which is a shame. But I thought I'd show you what did arrive because I thought it was quite cute. It's a present for my niece. So my niece is 2 years old, coming up to 3, and I asked my sister what she'd like for Christmas, and my sister said something quite specific. She said she would really like a toy dog that's also a sort of handbag and purse. It's got a little compartment inside you can put things in. So I thought, well, that might be a bit of a tricky one. So I had a look on Amazon, couldn't find anything. But then I had just a wider look and I came across this company. I think they're based up in Scotland, but they've got an online shop and they sell all sorts of outdoor clothing and footwear, and they're called Greenwelly, I think. I'll include links to them down below. But they sold a whole range of toy dog sort of handbag purses. So I was really pleased to find them. And they're really cute. The dogs, actually, they have all different types of breeds on there. So yeah, a real range. So I messaged my sister and sort of sent her the link and said, which dog do you think my niece would like? And she said she thought she might like a brown and white one because my niece has got particular fondness for brown and white dogs apparently. So I chose this one here. And here it is, it's super cute. This is an English Springer Spaniel. And yeah, it's a bag too. So it's got a little zip in the middle and it's got actually quite a decent amount of storage inside. So I think my niece will be able to fit quite a few of her little toys and trinkets in there. And it's got a little hand strap and then also inside it's got an arm strap too. So yeah, I thought it was really cute. So yeah, disappointing my zips and the other fabric didn't arrive, but I hope they'll arrive tomorrow now. So I'll show you them when they do arrive tomorrow. So anyway, I cut the cushion covers out and I wanted to mention also I had a decent amount down the edge. So I had 0.5 metres of each cushion, of each fabric. So that pretty much was mostly filled up by the cushion cover pieces, but I did have a decent amount down the edge, one strip of this colour and one strip of this colour. And I was thinking I'd quite like to use it. So what I was thinking I might do is make a couple of little sort of fabric tree ornaments with it. I thought maybe I could sew it up, I'm not sure what shape, and then stuff it with a bit of my sort of toy stuffing I've got for my knitted cats and dogs projects. And I thought they would look really pretty on my tree or maybe someone else's tree as a gift. So I think I might have a little head scratch about what shape I might want to make and if that would work. But I'm quite like to be able to use up these little pretty scraps because they are so lovely and Christmassy. So I think now I'm going to see if I can get a couple of pieces cut out of the lining for my Hovea jacket. I probably won't get too far, but if I can make a little inroad into it, that'll be quite nice. And then I'll need to go and collect the children from school. So what I'll do probably is I'll say goodbye now and then I'll pop on a little bit later once the children are back and we're sort of settling in for the evening. So I'll see you a little bit later. Bye! Hello, it's coming up to 6:30 in the evening now. My husband has taken my son and daughter upstairs for a bath and a bedtime story, and I'm just about to start making dinner for my husband and me, but I thought I'd pop on. I've changed into a pair of joggers now, but I've still got on my Christmas jumper. I thought I'd keep that on because it's nice and comfy and Christmassy too. But I thought I'd pop on and I thought I'd share with you how we're getting on with our Christmas puzzle. So we made a bit of progress. We haven't been able to work on it every evening because my son had cubs and other things. But we have made some progress, so I thought I'd turn the camera around and show you how we're getting on. So I'll do that now. So here is the puzzle. As you can see, we've made some good progress on a few bits around the edge. And we've got quite a lot of pieces in the right places and they just need putting together. So we're making a bit of progress and I'll share some more of how we're getting on next week at some point. So hopefully with a few more nights under our belt, we'll make some more inroads into this puzzle. But we're having a lot of fun with it. I'll show you the puzzle and the full puzzle here, just so you can have a look at the full thing. It is quite a fun scene with lots going on. So I'll turn you back around again now. So I'm going to head off in a moment and make dinner for my husband and me. But I thought I'd mention first my plans for my next few Vlogmas videos. So I'm going to be releasing this video this evening, which is Friday the 10th of December. But I thought what I'd do for the weekend was combine Saturday and Sunday into one Vlogmas video and release it on Sunday evening, like I did last weekend. Because tomorrow morning I'll be releasing my Christmas sewing and knitting makes video, where I show a few Christmassy garments I've made and also a couple of cute knitted items I've made for Christmas too. So I'd love it if you would join me for that one tomorrow. But in terms of Vlogmas, I will see you on Sunday evening. Hopefully by then my package will have arrived so I can share with you the fabrics that are in that. And I'll have more elf antics to share with you and also our family plans for the weekend. So I will hopefully see you tomorrow for my Christmas sewing and knitting makes. But in terms of Vlogmas, I will see you on Sunday evening. Thanks so much for watching again. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye.